So in this video, we're going to talk to you about the third way to get your files and your squeeze page online, and that is using WordPress. Now, if you've never heard of WordPress before, it is the most popular content management system on the internet today. It is hugely popular. Most people use it to get their websites online, and there's a good reason, because it's free, it's simple to use or easy to use, and you can extend its functionality by using WordPress plugins and do a huge amount of things. So for those reasons, we're going to be using WordPress, and this is a pretty easy way to do it. Now, before I go over uploading the files, I want to make sure you understand what files I'm talking about. Now, we've already gone over this in previous videos, but we wanted to mention it here as well. So if you've heard this before, you can just skip over this part. For this training, we're using a product on InDigitalWorks called Mobile E-Commerce Simplified. This is because I want to target people that either have e-commerce stores or are thinking about starting one. So I'm going to be giving this product away for free so that I can build my targeted list of these people. So let me show you how we go about downloading that product. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the InDigitalWorks website, and I'm going to log in. Okay, I'm going to log in here. Once I get to the website, I'm going up to Resources, and I'm going to click on New PLR Products because this is a new product on the site. And the new products are coming up shortly. Here's Mobile E-Commerce Simplified. I'm going to click on the product, go to the product page, and I'm going to download the product by clicking here. Simple. Now it's going to ask me where I want to save it. So I right now have a folder on my desktop called PLR, and I've created a folder within PLR for this product. Mobile E-Commerce Simplified. This is the folder I created for the product file. So I'm going to save it in this folder, and I would suggest that you organize your files and folders on your computer similarly so you know where it is. So I'm going to save it. So once the product is saved, I'm going to go to the folder where it was saved. This is my PLR folder. This is my folder in there called Mobile E-Commerce Simplified. This is the file that was saved, and it's Mobile E-Commerce Simplified. It is a compressed zip file, so we're going to need to extract that file, but let me just double click on it. You can see the files that are in here, but they are still zipped. So we need to extract the files from this zip file. Now I'm on a Windows computer, and if you're on a Mac, it may be slightly different. But on my Windows computer, this is how I do it. I right click on the file and I click Extract All. And now I want it extracted to the same folder, so I'm going to leave that the same, and I'm going to click Extract. And now this is going to take a minute or so. I'm going to pause the video and come back when it's done. Okay, the files have been extracted. This is the compressed folder. This is the folder that resulted. This is just the file folder that has been extracted, and these are the files that are in it. So within these files is the squeeze page, but also a theme that we're going to download using WordPress, which downloads the squeeze page for you very, very easily. So that will be the next step. I'll show you how to do that so you can get your squeeze page online. And we're going to go onto our hosting account, which is BitReveal. We're going to go onto their cPanel. And if you need more information on that, watch the previous videos because we go into detail about BitReveal and how to log into their cPanel. Actually, I wanted to explain just a little bit here about BitReveal. Here is their homepage at bitreveal.com. And we're using this host because it comes free with your membership to InDigitalWorks. And since I know a lot of you have a membership here, you can have this hosting for free. So you go in here and they have tutorials about how to sign up. Let me show you that. And how to register a hosting account. And also how to access your cPanel. And that's what we're going to be using the cPanel in the next part of this training. So I just wanted to show you that if you needed that information, you can get it here. But we're going to log in right here. And we've logged in. Okay, so we're going to scroll down to the bottom here. And under scripts, you're going to see WordPress. We're going to double click that, and that's going to start the installation process. And we're going to click Install Now. Choose the version. Well, we want the latest version, and the latest version is there. Choose the protocol. We just leave that the same. Choose your domain. We're using learndemi.com for this training, so that's the correct domain. In directory. Now, if you want to install WordPress and your squeeze page on the root of your domain, then you're going to delete this and you're going to keep it blank. But for our purposes, we're going to create a folder or a directory called eCommerce 3 for this third method. And you'll notice in the other methods, we've created eCommerce 1 for cPanel method, for eCommerce 2 for FileZilla method. So this method is going to be eCommerce 3. So we're going to install WordPress in the directory called eCommerce 3. Site name, my blog, we'll just call it mobile ecom. Site description, my e-commerce store. Of course, you're not going to put these down. This is just for an example. Your username and password, you're going to need to write these down, and you're going to need, because this is how you're going to log into WordPress in the future. And I'm just going to call this username admin, and the password is pass123. You'll be creating a much better password and a username, and you're going to write those down and keep those safe so that you can log into WordPress in the future. Okay, and we're going to continue on. The language is English. We're not going to worry about any of this or advanced options. Select theme. You can select a theme later after you install it, but you can also select one while you're doing the installation. And this is a favorite. So I'm going to select this now. And then we're going to click Install. And this may take 3 or 4 minutes. So while it's installing, I'm going to pause the video and I'll get back to you once it's done. Okay, congratulations. The software was installed successfully. It was installed on learndemi.com/ecommerce3. The administrative URL. This is the URL where you're gonna go to log into WordPress to make any changes to your website and to upload your files like we're going to get ready to do. So you're going to need to make a note of this URL, save it somewhere because this is your login URL. And you're going to use the username and password we created a few minutes ago. So that's it. So right now we are going to, before we log into WordPress, we're going to download a plugin from indigitalworks.com so that we can upload our squeeze page pretty easily. So that will be the next step. Okay, the next step is we need to upload a plugin to WordPress, but first we need to download it. We're going to download it from the InDigitalWorks website. Now I've already logged in here, so you're going to, after you log in and you get to your welcome screen, you're going to come over here to your details. You're going to click there, and under active resources, you're going to see WPSalesCopy. This is the plugin, so you're going to click here and click here to download the plugin. This is going to save to your computer. You can decide where you want to save it. It's going to save it as a zipped folder. I'm just going to save it in my downloads, WPSalesCopy. Click Save. And that has now been saved. Now the next thing is we're going to upload it to WordPress. Okay, so the way we're going to upload that to WordPress is we first need to log into WordPress. So I'm going to go to the URL that we got when we logged in. I showed you that. We're going to go there. This will be the login screen for WordPress. So now our login was admin pass 123. Again, your password will be a lot better. So this is going to log us into our dashboard of WordPress. We're going to go to Plugins. We're going to click there. We're going to click up here where it says Add New Plugin. And then we're going to click Upload Plugin because it's located on our computer. So we want to upload it from there. Choose File. And I downloaded it to the download folder, and let me find the folder here, Software, WP Sales Copy. So here is where I downloaded it. I'm going to click there and open it. Install now. So it's going to install the plugin. It only takes a few seconds. Installing plugin. Plugin installed successfully. Now we're going to click Activate Plugin. And the plugin is now activated under Plugins. Here it is, WP Sales Copy. So now that the plugin has been activated, this is the process for adding your squeeze page, and you're just going to follow this exactly. Now, as I'm going through this, the latest version of WordPress, which I'm using right here, has been changed quite a bit. The way you edit and add pages has been changed quite a bit from the old style. Now, if you're using an older version of WordPress, the process is the same, but it's going to look a little different. If you're new to WordPress, this won't look this will look perfectly fine to you. So this is how you do it. Go up to Pages. We're going to add a new page. And the next screen is where you're going to add your page. We're going to add a title. We're going to call it E-commerce Squeeze. And we're going to come over here to the templates. We're going to use the WP Sales Copy template. And then we're going to publish the page, which of course is going to be blank at the moment. Okay, so it's finished publishing. Okay, now we're going to come down to Import Export, and this is where we're going to import the squeeze page. We're going to come down, click this box, Import Main Page Contents. Choose File. And I'm going to find the file on my computer, and it's in my PLR folder, and it's Mobile Ecom Simplified. We're going to go to the extracted file, and we're going to go to the squeeze folder, and now we're going to go to the WP theme, the WordPress theme, and here's the file. We're going to open the file and import it. I think it's imported. We're going to publish the page again. And now we're going to go to View Page. And this should pull up the squeeze page. It's a common.
Mobile devices play a huge...
And that is your squeeze page. It's really that easy to upload your squeeze page. I wanted to mention something briefly before we go on, and that is the file we just downloaded, the squeeze page, is not always available with every product that you might want to use. So for ours it is. If you click on squeeze and then the WordPress theme, this is the file we downloaded. This is the squeeze page. But sometimes, as I said, the products don't come with their squeeze pages. What you can do then is you can go to the WordPress Sales Copy website, and it's WPSalesCopy.com/themes. These are the different themes, which are templates that you can download, and these are all squeeze pages that you can actually download, and you will then need to edit them. For instance, you'll need to put in your own form code, but you can also put in the videos that you want or headlines and things like that. So these are available if the product you have does not come with its own theme. So look for more details later and training videos on how to use these themes and edit them to make them your own. Now the last thing that you need to do is you need to insert your opt-in form on your squeeze page. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go back to our dashboard. We're going to go back to the page, click Pages, click on the e-commerce page, and we're going to edit it. And when that comes up, you'll see we're going to come down here to where it says opt-in forms. You're going to click that, and this is already checked here, enable opt-in form on this page. This is the field here that you're going to paste the opt-in form code from either Aweber or MailChimp. And you can watch the future videos about those two autoresponders to learn how to get the code. Once you get the code, this is where you're going to paste it in here, and then you're going to update the page. So going back into MailChimp, this is the code here that we're going to paste in. And if you need to know how to get here, just watch the MailChimp video. I'm going to highlight all this code here. Right click, copy, go back to the WordPress page, come down here. I'm going to highlight all this code. This Aweber code was in here from before. Just going to get rid of that. And now I'm going to paste the MailChimp code in here right there. And if you go up, make sure that this is checked here, enable opt-in form on this page, and then we're going to update. And now we're going to click View Page to make sure that everything looks good. And here's the squeeze page. This is the new opt-in form right here. It looks fine. Now you're going to do the exact same thing if you are using Aweber. I'm just going to go back. I'm going to reload this page here to show you the Aweber example. This is, I'm editing the e-commerce squeeze page just for this example. Coming down here to the opt-in settings. And this is checked. Here's where the code is going to go. I'm going to go over to Aweber. Here's the Aweber code right here. I'm going to highlight it. Right click. Come back over to the WordPress squeeze page. This is the MailChimp code that's been in here from before. I'm going to delete that because you're going to want the Aweber code in here, and I'm going to paste the Aweber code. And there you have it. And we're going to update the page. And now we're going to view the page, make sure it looks okay. You will only do this once based on whichever autoresponder you're using. And this page looks good. So there's one more thing I wanted to point out while we're here on this page. When you click View Page, the URL that comes up here is the URL for your squeeze page. And we're using, as I said before in training videos, learndemi.com as the domain for these trainings. We've put the files in e-commerce 3 folder, and then we've named the squeeze page e-commerce squeeze. So this is the URL for your squeeze page. This is the URL you're going to be using, and you're going to be advertising to send traffic to this page to get people to sign up for your list. So that is the URL. I just wanted to go back and show you one more thing here. When you go into WordPress and you click on Pages, these pages are preloaded when you load WordPress, so you're eventually going to get rid of those. This is the e-commerce squeeze page that we created previously. So there it is there. This is what we named it, and the URL is what I just mentioned to you. So that being said, we still need to get our thank you page and our product full access video page on the site. So that will be the next thing we'll do. So we're going to start with the thank you page, and the way we're going to do this is we're going to create the page in WordPress. We're going to come up here to your WordPress pages, and we're going to add new. The next screen that comes up will be the page editing screen. We're going to add a title for the page. We're going to just call it Thank You. And then we're going to come down here and start typing. We're going to say, thank you for requesting your free video, mobile, e-commerce, simplified. And then hit enter. Please check your inbox for the link to the video. If you don't see our message coming from your email address, and this is the email address you would have used when you created your list, either in Aweber or MailChimp. They would have asked you for a from email address. This is the email address you put in there. So if you don't see our message coming from and your email address, please check your spam folder and be sure to whitelist our address. And that's all you really need to write. You need to make sure that they know to check their inbox for the link to the product they subscribed for. Then down here, you really don't have to fool with this. This are WordPress sales copy settings, and we don't do anything with that. You're pretty much done. So we're going to come up here and click Publish. And then are you ready to publish? Publish again. And we're going to view page. And this is the page, and this is what you just wrote. This is the thank you page, and it's really simple right now. I want to go back to the edit page screen because in WordPress, you can do all kinds of things to edit this page. You can change the fonts, you can change the colors, you can do all kinds of things. However, you might want to jazz up the thank you page a little, but if not, you don't really need to do that. And there you have it. And that would be the thank you page. And one more thing, we're going to click View Page. This is the URL for the thank you page. It's learndemi.com. This is the domain that we're using for this training, /ecommerce3/thank you. So this is the URL that you are going to enter in either Aweber or MailChimp, depending on which one you're using. You're going to enter that so that they can redirect people to this page once people subscribe to your list. And I'll show you right now where to go to enter that in those two autoresponders. Although if you watch the autoresponder videos, you'll see that there as well. I'm here in Aweber under My First List, and I'm here under the sign up forms, my first sign up form. So I'm going to go to edit right now to show you where to put that in. And you're going to put in the thank you page URL within the form settings, not the list settings. So you go to the sign up form that you entered, and you're going to go to settings up here. And right here is where you enter the URL of the thank you page. Now we've already done this previously, but if you're just setting up your list, it's going to say basic version here. But you want the custom, you want to click this drop down and you want to click custom page, and then you would enter the URL here of the thank you page. So that's where you put that in Aweber. Let me show you MailChimp. Okay, I'm here in MailChimp under My First List, and I'm going to go to the sign up forms and then embedded forms. This is where we created our form in the autoresponder video training. This is the form here. You're going to come down here to Form Builder and click that. And then here's a drop down. You're going to click this. And you're going to come up to Confirmation Thank You page. Click that. And here is where you enter the URL of the thank you page. So this is where you enter it in MailChimp. You saw where you enter it in Aweber. And it's very important to make sure that you enter the thank you page URL within these fields, because once someone clicks subscribe, they want to be redirected to that page immediately. And that will happen if you enter those URLs correctly. So that is the thank you page. We're now going to go over to the full product access page, or the product page. So the product page. This is the page that people will go to watch the product they subscribe for. They will get this link in the first message that you will send them using your autoresponder, either MailChimp or Aweber. So watch those videos on MailChimp and Aweber to learn how to set up your first message to your list. So as you should know from this training, the product they are getting is a video. They will need to watch a video. Now, videos on the web are notoriously large files, and we need to find a way to get those files on the web so people can watch them. So because they're so large, most online marketers, if not all of them, use a separate video hosting service to host their videos. Now, there are many hosting services out there. There's some you may recognize, Vimeo, Wistia, and others, and most of them cost money. But the big one, the easiest one to use, and the one that everybody knows is, can you guess? It's YouTube. So we're going to host all of our videos on YouTube because it's super easy to set up a channel there, and it'll be super easy to embed the video on the site. Now, before we select the files to upload, we want to click here because this is going to be a video that we don't want everyone to have access to. They're going to need to subscribe to your list in order to have access to it. So we want to make it unlisted so it doesn't show up in the YouTube search engine, and the only way people can view this is if they have the link. So now we're going to click up here to select files to upload. You're going to find it on your computer, and going back here, for me, it was in my PLR folder, if you remember, under Mobile E-commerce Simplified. I'm going to the file folder that's been uncompressed or extracted, which is right here, in the Squeeze folder, and in the Videos folder. Here's the intro video. This is the video that was on the Squeeze page. That automatically appeared there, so we didn't have to do anything with that. But this is the full video that people are going to watch once they subscribe. So this is the one we're going to open. And it is currently uploading. And it says it's going to take about 6 or 5 minutes. So this is going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to pause the video and I'll get back to you when it's done. So now the video says processing done. Click done to confirm over here. But before I do that, I'm just going to change a couple of this. We want to change the title of the video from full access. We're going to call it e-commerce, mobile e-commerce simplified. Sorry. And you can write a description here. You can really write anything you want. This isn't, of course, about how to use YouTube effectively, because a lot of people will write really long descriptions to try to get their video in the top results of the search. But you just can write what the video is about. You can write anything here. You can also put any kind of tags you want. You can put mobile e-commerce sites, how to design a mobile e-com site, and anything else you want. So these really aren't that important, especially since we're just using this YouTube site to host videos. We're not trying to get results as far as SEO. Anyway, so we're going to come up here. We're going to click done. Okay, now here is the link to the YouTube video you just uploaded. So I'm going to copy this by highlighting it, right click and copy. I'm going to paste it in another window, and we're going to just watch to make sure it came out okay.
These days, it's all about smartphones.
And there you have it. The video is up. It looks good. It's working. That's all we need to know. So this is the link right here that we are going to paste into our website page to get the video to appear. And I'll go over to show you how to do that next. So I'm back in the WordPress dashboard. I logged in, and we're going to go to Pages and Add New. Here's our Squeeze page we created earlier. We're going to add now the product page. Add New. Here's the page. So we're going to add a title. I'm going to call it Mobile E-commerce. So let's see, I'll just do E-commerce simplified full video. And you can name it anything you want. I'm just naming it this. Seems like a good choice. Down here, I'm going to type in click below to watch the full video. And I'm going to edit this text a little bit because I'm going to center it. Just tap here, it's centered. Now the next thing is we need to add the video to this page, and this is the way we're going to do it. WordPress works in blocks. You add blocks and then you edit the blocks. You can add different types of blocks, you can add paragraphs, text, a lot of different things. We're going to add a video block. So I'll come up here to the plus sign and click that, and I'm going to come down to most used, and the video is right here. I'm going to click that, and now we have a video block. And the way we're going to add the YouTube video is we're going to come down here and where it says insert from URL. We're going to click that. It opens up this field here. We're going to go back to our YouTube video. We're going to highlight the text, copy it, come back over to WordPress and paste the text in here. And now you click this arrow to apply it. And there you have the video. Now we're just going to publish the page. Publish and publish. And the page is live. We're going to view it here.
These days, it's all about smart.
And there you have it. That is the product page. This is the page that people are going to go to using the link that they get in their first message to watch the video. Now, one thing I notice about this page is click below to watch the full video is very, very small. And this is kind of small too. So I'm going to go back to edit page briefly. I'm just going to increase the size of these fonts. Very easy to do. Let me show you how to do that. Okay, here we are. I'm going to click in this box here, and I'm going to go over here to the editing for the block and font size. I'm going to, could do medium, but I'm going to do large actually. And there you have it. I'm going to update the page and view page. See what it looks like. And that's it. It looks a little bit better. Click below to watch the full video. I like that. Now this page URL is right up here. It's learndemi.com, and this is the domain we're using for this training. And it's e-commerce /e-commerce3/mobile e-commerce simplified full video. This is what I named the page. And if you named the page something different, then your page name would be here. Now keep in mind when I'm talking about URLs, WordPress adds dashes between words. So it's always mobile-e-commerce-simplified-full-video. So you want to make sure you include the dashes in your URLs and no spaces. Now this URL is the URL we're going to paste into the first message that people receive in your autoresponder, whether it's Aweber or MailChimp. And if you watch those videos, you'll see where to paste that, but I'm going to briefly show you now in this video as well. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to highlight the URL. I'm going to right click and copy. I'm going to go over to Aweber and I'm in my first list. This is the list we created in the training video. And down to the first welcome message, I'm going to double click that to open it in the editor, and then I'm going to paste in that URL. And here is the first message. It says, thanks for being a loyal email subscriber. Below, click the link to watch the free video you requested. This link is in here from the training video from before, but it's not the correct link that we just copied in this method. So I'm going to highlight and delete that. Now I'm going to go up to the chain and enter the correct link. And this is the link we just copied from before. And I'm going to click out of it to make sure that it has a green check mark. It does. Click OK. And now we have the link in the message in Aweber. Now in MailChimp, it's pretty much the same thing as in the training as well. I'm in the MailChimp account right now. I'm in the campaigns. We had created this campaign in the training. I'm going to double click the campaign to open it just to show you. Here's the first welcome message. I'm going to come over here to open the message to show you where the link goes. And here it is. So this is the first message. This is the link we put in from the training video from before. You would paste the link here and tap the pencil icon to edit it. I'm gonna delete this. And I'm going to come up to the chain. I'm going to paste in the URL, the correct URL from before that we copied, insert it, and it's done. Save and close. Now we have the correct URL from the WordPress method that we copied from before. Now there's one more thing that we need to do. We need to test everything to make sure it's working. So you're going to go to your squeeze page, and here's the URL right here, and you're going to enter your name and your email address and click the button Get Access to Full Video. And then what you want to do is you want to go to your autoresponder, whether it's Aweber or MailChimp, check to make sure that your name was added to your list. And then once you do that, go to your inbox, see if you got the first message. And if you did, open it up, read it, make sure everything looks okay. Make sure the link is in the message to the product page and that the link in fact does work. Now, if there's anything that's not working, you need to figure out what went wrong and correct it so that it does work, because you need to make sure everything is working the way it's supposed to before you start driving traffic to the squeeze page. So this concludes the training on the WordPress method to get your website and your thank you page and squeeze pages online. This is possibly the easiest of the three methods, but you're free to choose whichever method suits you, whichever method you prefer. Now, future videos will discuss autoresponders, Aweber, and MailChimp. Be sure to watch those videos, and we'll see you in the next videos.